Hello friends, my name is Evgeny, I'm from Ukraine. I'm watching my video using this service, since my pronunciation of the English language does not allow me to do it myself. Thanks for understanding.
The 407th day of the war between Russia and Ukraine continues. Let's look at the main events over the past day. The General Staff of Ukraine in its today's report notes the battles in Bakhmut and for neighboring Bohdanivka and Ivanivske. The emphasis in the battles is still on the center of the city of Bakhmut. The Institute for the Study of War reports that Russian forces have probably moved south of Bakhmut closer to the Avangard Stadium. Also, American experts predict a certain decrease in the intensity of attacks inside the city due to the retreat of the Ukrainian armed forces in a number of areas. Ukrainians' withdrawal to secondary defense lines in the city and the concentration of Wagner PMCs on reconnaissance attacks are likely to lead to a temporary decrease in the operational pace of Russian troops in Bakhmut, the Institute said in a summary. In the northern regions near the PMC Wagner, they report a complete cleansing of the industrial zone of a non-ferrous metal plant. The Institute for the Study of War also cites this data with reference to Russian bloggers. There is also information that the Wagner PMC has moved a little near the police station, the market and the Atlantic Hotel, trying to surround the Metallurg Stadium in the city center. The battles for Bakhmut are taking place in the streets. The enemy's attempts to encircle the city have failed, the president's office reported. The command is in full control of the situation, said Andriy Yermak, head of the president's office. Also, the speaker of the Eastern Group of Forces of Ukraine, Serhiy Cherevati, said that, in general, the enemy got stuck in several directions and is trying to storm, but to no avail. Zelensky also commented on the topic of Bakhmut yesterday. He made it clear that the command of the armed forces of Ukraine could order the withdrawal of Ukrainian troops from Bakhmut in case of a threat of his encirclement. If there is a threat of loss of personnel due to encirclement, the correct decisions will be made, the president said during a meeting with his Polish counterpart Andrzej Duda. However, in general, it did not follow from his statement that there was now a threat of encirclement. According to him, Ukrainian troops are holding the city. In order for the threat of encirclement to be real, Russian troops need to move north and south of the roads along which Bakhmut is supplied, that is, to the settlements of Ivanivske and Hromovy. But there, just recently, the advance of the Russians was not recorded. Messages about the capture of new areas come mainly from the city itself, where the Russians have already reached the center, and the Ukrainian forces are retreating to the western quarters. That is, the Russians are not now surrounding the Ukrainian troops, cutting off their communications to the west of Bakhmut, but are trying to squeeze them out, advancing in the city itself. However, this does not mean that the Russians are not preparing flank attacks to create a threat of encirclement. Just as it cannot be ruled out that the Ukrainian troops are not preparing counterattacks in order to remove or reduce this threat. It is worth noting that the enemy still carries out assault actions in the direction of the road near Hromovy. The activation of PMC Wagner in the direction of Ivanivske is also fixed. But, to bring down the potential of attacks on Ivanivske, it is possible to regularly defeat ammunition depots in Klishchiivka, which is the rear hub of the Russians. Friends, as you can see, there have been very few views on the channel lately, which is why I have practically no income. If you have the opportunity to support me financially, I will be very grateful. Thank you and see you in the next video.